Hi Bio 1050 students, I want to do a quick tutorial on MyLab and Mastering in terms of the study area and some of the tools that are available to you there. So simply go to our course and click on MyLab and Mastering. Now my view will look a little different because I have the instructor view, but you can still click on the tab, open MyLab and Mastering. When you get into MyLab and Mastering, you will have a chance to go to several areas, including a study area. Click on study area. It'll ask you if you want to launch a study area. And once you do so, you'll see a number of tools that are available to you. Please take some time to explore each of these links. There are numerous resources in each of these. You can study the course or the textbook by chapter. And when you go in here, you'll see each chapter is listed. If you click on any of these, you'll see that there are things like practice tests available. These are short, multiple choice tests. Might be 20 or 30 questions that you can click on and answer and see how you do. There are links to the EText available if you have purchased the electronic textbook. If you have not, you'll not have access to this. Something that might be very helpful are the guided reading activities. Here you can download a PDF that you can write into that helps and guides you through the reading of the textbook. So it's kind of like a coloring book of sorts. As you're reading the textbook, it asks you questions as you're going along to make sure that you're paying attention to the important details as you go through the chapter. It'll include images and fillable graphs and mix and match type of questions, but it's there for you. You don't have to do these, but they're there. They're available for you if you wish to complete them. And so I recommend you download those as you're reading and just fill them out. There are practice tests. These are the same tests that are found in the study by chapter. So you can click here or there. They are divided up by chapter and you can do these tests on your own. They're not required, but they're there for you and you may find them helpful as you're thinking throughout the semester of the final exam, which will be coming at the end of July. And perhaps most relevant to that issue is a cumulative test. Here under cumulative test, you can pick any chapter you wish, multiple chapters. For example, you may wish to go down and pick all the chapters that we will be covering during the course of the semester. Just look at the syllabus and see which chapters those are. But you can specifically select the chapters that we will be covering and ask the software to make a cumulative test of whatever length you wish, up to 40 questions, and tell it to create a quiz. It will then randomly select from chapters, and it'll tell you what chapter the questions come from, for example, from chapter 34, and here these are multiple choice. So this will be very similar to the final exam. So I highly recommend that you work on this and use this tool as you go through the course. Beyond that, there are videos on current events. There are 3D animations by chapter. Not every chapter has animations, but many of them do. You can watch these short 5-minute videos on a particular relevant topic for the chapter. There are everyday biology videos, there are MP3 tutor sessions, and there are other activities that you can do, as well as vocabulary study tools where you could have quizzes on key terms, the roots of words. All of that is available here. So I highly recommend you go to the study area and you look at the tools that are available for you if you are looking for more resources for how to study for this course. I will say that if you are having any issues with your account, under student tools, you see instructor tools here for my link, you can get support, help and support. If you're having technical issues, one of the biggest issues that students encounter is issues because of the browser they're using. So I go to Pearson Support and simply type in browser to make sure you're using the best browser for this. You should be using Google Chrome and or Firefox. Safari will work, Internet Explorer rarely works, but there are specific settings. You need to empty your cache and delete all cookies. And so I highly recommend you take the time to look up supported browsers and system requirements. And so they can give you a page that tells you how to set your settings for Chrome and for Firefox or if you're using something else. Hope that helps, and happy studying.